everybody, and welcome to the Abingdon Co channel. My name is Abingdon, and you are in the place where we go on adventures with women in non-traditional industries such as watchmaking. I am the owner of a watch company that makes adventurous watches for adventurous women like pilots and scuba divers and all the other stuff that we feature on our channel. But I really enjoy getting my hands into watches and seeing how my customers are interacting with them, what they are doing with them, how they're treating them, and it does one of two things. And the reason I like making these videos is for a couple reasons, so I'm glad that you're here. The first is that I can educate my customers on how they can treat their watch. So I am not a certified watchmaker, but having been in this for 10 years, I know how to change a battery, I know how to swap a band out, clean it up properly, change spring bars, a lot of the basic things. And if it's over my head, I have watch repairers that can help me with it. So I'm going to go through a few watches with you and show you how you too can do some of the work. You don't need a whole bunch of crazy tools or different things. A lot of this stuff is very, very common sense. So I'm pretty excited to share with you because I never know what I'm going to open up when I open up these boxes and see what's inside. So let's get into it. All right, so this is pretty much my workstation. I've got a few main tools that I'm always using, pointy pliers, and I actually have two pairs. I'm going to put one away, my space clean, a horsehair brush to use for cleaning, just this little dull knife that I use for all sorts. This is a link remover and a link, like the pin compressor and the pin remover right there. And then the ever famous case back remover with a plastic shield so that I do not scratch case backs. And if you haven't seen these videos before, then you'll know that I work off of a checklist. And there's a couple reasons why. The biggest reason is that there are multiple people that QC, quality control, a watch that comes into the company. So we want to make sure that nothing gets left out when we take care of a customer. So we have a checklist that everybody works off of. So no matter who's working on the watch, they can see what's been done and by whom. All right, let's get to it. It says, I am sending 2 watches, both Jackies, and they need batteries. Fantastic. This sounds pretty simple. We're looking at 2 Jackie Whites. These are in great condition. I am noticing that the second hand is positioned in 2 different places, and that we'll have to test when we put a fresh battery in. Otherwise, let's see, yeah, no, nothing, no debris or anything inside the dial. In here, I am seeing a bit of like scuffing or discoloration up at the corner of the E6B, so I'm not sure what may have caused that, but we'll see if there's anything on the inside. Wow, this is nice. They still have their case back protector on the back. So I'll definitely make sure to keep that on there. Okay, let's do the first one. So, all right. So looking at the movement looks in really, really good shape. I'm gonna take the case back and I'm just going to kind of scrape out some of the dirt. I do prefer to take batteries out with tools, just not using your fingers. I'm not a big fan of leaving fingerprints in a watch, and as much as you might wash your hands and have the cleanest hands in the world, using your fingers to press a battery down or anything just doesn't seem like it's going to do your watch any favors, because you're going to leave some residue from your oils and your skin. I don't even really like to talk over a watch just because of the stuff that comes out of your mouth. I don't want any type of moisture to get into a watch. So I typically, when I talk while I'm doing watch repair, I'll cover the watch and talk to somebody, or I will just talk away from the watch, move my mouth in a different direction. New battery. This battery is 377. This is a Miyota FS20 movement. Great chronograph movement. I really like this movement. It's one of the original movements I've been using in all of my watches. And it's just one of those very reliable, consistently working, fantastic movement. So it's an all-metal movement. Miyota only makes all-metal movements. And got a fresh battery in there. So I will test that in a second, but I did want to show you this. I thought this was actually pretty cool. So this is the case back, and what we've done, if you see SK or IL or TAC, those are all of our watch repairs. So it's pretty cool. It looks like 2015, 2012, 18, and now, a few years later. And so we're still doing the battery changes, which is great. So I'm going to put our note in here that we've done it. And the reason why I like to do this, and I really think that watch repairers should do this, is because let's say she sends us back the watch and with an issue in 3 months or 8 months. If she doesn't send it to us and she sends it to a different watch repair, they're going to open it up and see that a battery was just changed 3 months prior. So, because the first thing that somebody's going to do if a watch isn't working, they're going to check the battery. But this is great because they can have a little clue as to what might or might not be the problem. And so I really enjoy when watch repairers, and I instruct all of our guys to make sure that they note what they've done when they fix the watch. And there we go. So time, date is set. We'll monitor this for 3 days before we ship it back out, and I'm making sure our bidirectional bezel also is working both ways, and it is. So I can tighten the case back and put the band back together and work on that one. Number 2. Nothing. So interesting. Also, I am noticing right off the bat that the gasket seems to be out of place. Now, it doesn't look like it's been pinched or anything, but it is not sitting completely in that groove. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but I'll clean around that. I'll replace the gasket, and then we'll put a fresh battery in. And one thing that you will notice is in the battery holder, you do have the arm here, and you've got these 2 little, I call them feet as well, that just stick out. So when you put a battery in this movement, which is also Miyota FS20, same watch, then you lay it in here this way, and then you move that arm, push the battery down, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Alright, so lay it underneath those 2 feet right there, move this guy aside, and press the battery down. And I do need the table to kind of do this. It's a 3-hand setup here. And I can press it down with my finger, which is gloved, so that I'm not putting any oils or anything. Alright, month and date, TAC. Leave that there. And I need a new gasket. Before I put the gasket in, let me just hold this over the movement upside down, right side up, crown back in, and then I'm going to start. Excellent. And stop, reset, and since the second hand is not lining back up to 12, out 2 clicks. Start, and the neat thing is if you do hold the start button down, it will just click all the way up. There we go, back up to 12. Put in the crown, start again, stop, reset, voila. All right, what do we have here? Paula, Jackie, I would just like a new battery and a cleaning. Thank you. Ah, I'm lucking out today. These are pretty easy. Okay, surgical grade stainless steel, titanium, are the metals. Everything is genuine leather for any leather straps. None of this stuff is synthetic. It's meant to last. And as you know, as I've mentioned before in other videos, leather straps are wear and tear items. They are genuine. They come from an animal, right? It's leather, it's skin. But we don't use anything that is synthetic. We always make sure that we use something that is going to last as long as possible. And there's a reason behind it. I mean, it's not about the luxury of it so much. It's about our customers. Our customers, so many of them are in the military, they're abroad, overseas, and they don't have the resources to go get their watch chain, fixed all the time, sometimes in the places that they're at. So we make it so that it's going to last as long as possible before you have to set it up. You know what I might do? I might throw him in the ionic cleanser. We have this little cleanser that just vibrates water, shakes it all off. While I change the battery, I'm just going to let that clean. Okay, it looks like we have done a couple battery changes. I see some of our initials in there, so that's great. And the last time was back in 2018. The batteries just got some debris inside. I gotta air that out. The batteries typically last 2 to 3 years, and this last battery change that we did was in 2018, so that is right on schedule. Here is a Miyota movement. I'm going to put the movement holder back on, and then I'm going to take the battery out. (2015, 2018, 2020). This is great. So we will put the crown in. Start. Fantastic. Start. Reset. We already know since we've done this twice. 2 clicks out. Start. Line it up with noon. E6B, flight computer, rotates great both ways. Now we'll set the time, and just set it on this much, so we're now at 2:43. So we're gonna go all the way around. I'm looking at military time, so now we're in the morning hours, 6, 7, 8, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., noon. 2:40. Let's go with 3, 4, and then 26. Boom. Love it. Tighten it up on the back. We will call this a day. This was an easy one. Clean up my workspace. Say adieu. Awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I totally was not expecting that we would have 3 Jackies with 3 battery changes, and 3 cleanings. But I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I definitely would love for you guys to join the crew and subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button below if you like watch videos, if you like adventurous women, if you like scuba diving, if you like flying, basically if you like just doing anything that's super fun. Those are all the things that I think are super fun. Maybe you think other things are super fun. If you do, comment below. Tell me what you think is super fun and that we should do a video on it. But definitely subscribe, get that notification bell as well so that you are notified every Tuesday that of a new video that we're gonna launch. And we will definitely see you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you later. Bye.